What is up, guys, and welcome to a new series where I use money making guides from the OSRS Wiki. If you guys enjoy this idea, I'll definitely make more and try to run through every single one of these on the list, no matter how ridiculous they might be. I'll be trying and testing out these money makers to see how accurate they are so you don't have to. Let's get into the video. So for today's video, I'll be doing another suggestion that I got on one of my last videos, which is, can you try the Mort Myre Fungi method? And we sure can. Like I say in all my videos, if you guys want to see any moneymaker that's on the OSRS Wiki done, then just leave it down in the comments and I will get to it. I gotta say, I was looking forward to doing this video because of the profit that the OSRS Wiki says that this method is, 950k. I believe that's the highest amount of money per hour that we've had in this series. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now first I'll be showing the gear setup and the method that I used while doing this money making method. So all I wore was full graceful and the Avandis flail that you get from one of the quests, I forget what it's called, but you don't need that flail. A silver sickle will do as well. I think it has to be blessed, but I was just using that because it was, I don't know, it looked cooler. So besides that, I'm wearing full graceful and of course I'm using my max cape and I am reaching this area by tallying through the fairy ring teleports. Now the reason I'm doing this method is so that we can maximize our profits while doing this moneymaker. And this is the spot that I used where I would collect the Mort Myre Fungi. I would use the bloom effect on the flail and I would collect from these 3 rotten logs here. And I would always make sure that the north log would be collected last because it would put me back into the middle square, and that is the square where the bloom effect will work on all the logs. And then now just a quick little price check, and it is 730 coins per fungi. So because of the max cape, it was a lot cheaper to do this method. I think in fact it was actually free, but I will be outlining some items that you might have to buy if you don't have, you know, a cape that has teleports to a restoration pool and just fairy rings and stuff like that. So if you don't have a decent house, I recommend going to World 330 while doing this and bringing house teleports. That way you can teleport to somebody's house, use their restoration pool, and then use their fairy ring to get back to the Mort Myre place. And the Ring of Dueling, you'll be using that to bank at Castle War since it's very close to a bank. And also if you have a low prayer level, you might also have to bring prayer potions because every time you cast the bloom effect, you drain some of your prayer and you don't want to run out. So now that that's out of the way, I can just show the rest of the hour of me picking the Mort Myre Fungi. And I guess I could elaborate more on the method that I was using, the certain strategy that I was using. It's not too complicated, but I did want to make sure that I was getting the most out of this 1 hour. So possibly the most important thing about this method is you want to have the Mauritania hard diary done, because that will allow you to get 2 fungi from each log. This essentially doubles your profit per hour, so yes, I'd say this is very, very important. Now, one of the more subtle things that I actually did in this video was I had the flail in my inventory whenever I was picking the Mort Myre Fungi because it allowed me to see how much I had in my inventory and when I was supposed to tally out. And then whenever I had one inventory space left, I would equip the flail so I could pick up 2 more and then I would tally out. It's just a small little thing that you don't even have to do, but it made it easier for me because I didn't have to go to my equipment tab to use bloom and then go back to the inventory to see how many Mort Myre Fungi I had left in there. Now, I do want to explain that more than likely this is going to be around the most money you can get from doing this method. I don't want to advertise that everybody will make this amount of money. This is using a maxed account that has access to all kinds of teleports. I have max prayer, so I didn't need prayer potions. I have a high combat level, so if those ghasts attack me, which I don't even know if they did attack me. Anyways, but if they did attack me, I would be able to tank the hits and I wouldn't need any food. And I also had, of course, the diary done, which is something that I highly recommend everybody do before doing this method. You'll still make a decent amount of money here though. It won't be a huge difference. It'll just be, you know, it's nicer when you have your own house that's, you know, has teleports and the restoration pool, but honestly, if you just use the house tabs and you use someone else's house, the method will also bring in a nice amount of money for you, which is crazy considering all the methods that we've done in the previous videos. This one is not very tedious. It's pretty chill actually, and you make a good amount of money considering how expensive these Mort Myre Fungi are. And I think the reason they're so expensive, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to go too much down in value like ever, because they'll always have a use for, I believe they're used for super energy potions, which are then used for stamina potions, and those are always in demand, so these should always hold a nice value. But yeah, as far as, you know, attention and activity level needed to do this method, it's not very high intensity. It's pretty relaxed. I was able to, you know, watch shows while I was doing this, and I was able to plan out different, you know, ideas I have for future videos. Like right now, I'm planning to, you know, of course, continue this series along with suggestions that, you know, I get in the comments from these videos. But on the side, I'm also doing loot from videos. So my last video before this one, I believe, was the Vorkath video where I did 1,000 kills of that. So now on the side, I'm working on 1,000 kills of Zulrah, and I'm actually learning Zulrah for the first time. So it might not be totally efficient, but I'm trying my best to, you know, get a nice loot table and show off, you know, loot from 1,000 kills. So that'll be going on on the side while I work on the OSRS Wiki series. I'll most likely be streaming the Zulrah kills on my Twitch channel, so if you want, you can go ahead and follow me over there and get in on the action. And I haven't streamed there in a couple days. I've had some problems with, you know, internet and stuff, but I've also been distracted by the new game that came out, Modern Warfare, so that has my attention for a little bit. Now, I'm not bailing on OSRS. I'm still gonna put out videos every, I believe I've been doing at least one video every 3 days, so I've been pretty consistent with that, and it'll probably stay that way for a good time. But yeah, go ahead and follow me on Twitch, and make sure those notifications are on so you know when I go live. I go live at, you know, random times. Sometimes it's early in the morning, sometimes it's really late at night, sometimes it's even at a reasonable time during the day. Now, as we approach the end of the 1 hour of picking Mort Myre Fungi, I just want to say that I have the next video already recorded. I just need to edit it after this one goes live, and of course that'll be up in the next 3 days or so. And like I say in all the videos before, if you have any ideas for what moneymaker you want to see next, just leave it down in the comments below. Preferably one from the OSRS Wiki, that way we can keep this series going, but just let me know what other types of videos you guys want to see, you know, whether it be a loot video or just anything. I'm open to all ideas. And there you have it. 1 hour of collecting Mort Myre Fungi. Not a bad moneymaker, honestly. One of the more chill ones, and I gotta say, it's great money. Let's just go ahead and jump into the price check so we can see exactly how much money we made during this 1 hour. So after the 1 hour, we were able to get 1,428 Mort Myre Fungi. And we get that out of the bank right now so we can price check it for a total value of 1,042,440 GP. Not bad at all. We're going to put it in the G. It actually has a higher actively traded value than what it says. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there for 775 and just let that sit there so we can maximize our profits. And after some time, they finally sell for the 775 coins that we put them in for, and we get a total value of 1,106,000 coins. I gotta say, that is not a bad moneymaker. 1 million coins is definitely nice, and honestly, this is probably the best moneymaker that we've done on this series as of yet. Now, if you're not going to use the method that I was using and you're going to use somebody else's house, I thought that I would go ahead and calculate the price that it would cost to do this method, and then we'll just subtract that from the total value that I made today. So I made about 50 trips to the house and back during this 1 hour of collecting Mort Myre Fungi. And if we were to put that into cost of supplies, being 50 house teleports and 7 rings of dueling, it would come to be around 28,820 coins. And then if we subtract that from the total amount of money that we made today, that gives us a total of 1,077,880 GP. Now, as always, I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, guys. And once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but if you have any ideas for what OSRS Wiki moneymaker you'd like to see in a video, just leave it down in the comments below, and I will add it to the list of videos that I have to make. So, get to it. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.